are back. Welcome to the Ouchcast. With me, as always, is Enrique.
Yo.
And joining us today is my son over there. He's the camera guy. Hi, camera guy. Are you recording?
Yes.
He can talk.
Oh, there's his voice.
Yeah. And also we have a very special guest that I've been trying to get on here for a while because she's a buddy of mine. She's funny. She's hilarious. She has to perform very well. Otherwise, she's going to be fired.
No
I'm
pressure.
Just kidding.
No pressure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have my dear friend, Nikki.
Nikki. Hello.
Dominica.
Dominica.
Hi, buddy.
I have you on my phone as Dominica. Is it? Which one do you prefer?
Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer.
I dig Dahmer more than Knickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dahmer more than Knickers.
I
Well, I'm
prefer
sure
Knickers.
Dahmer preferred what's inside the Knickers before anything else. Boom. Nailed it. Sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome. I know you don't listen, so this is the show.
This is a show.
I've listened to.
No, you haven't.
Okay,
You
I've
not.
listened to two.
You're gonna listen to this one though. Trust me.
For those who don't know you, which is everybody, all 5 listeners,
Because she's so famous, right?
right? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh God. I'm 25.
No. You're the real self.
Jesus.
What are you talking about? She's 26, bro. Okay, come
Times
on.
2.
Oh,
Continue.
Jesus. Okay, I'm 41. I'm a 41-year-old single mother of 2 adults. I have
they're adults now.
children, and yeah, I mean,
And your oldest is about to get married?
yeah, my daughter's gonna get married next April.
Exciting.
how's that feeling?
Oh God, it's mucho dinero.
Are you paying for it?
I put a big down payment.
But that's not how it's done. It's the
That's the other way.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm the mother of the bride. It is.
oh, that's
Oh,
right.
dowry is you. That's right. Never mind. I thought it was the other way around. Sorry. Oh, shit. I got a daughter.
It's usually the bride's family who puts up a big dowry for it. It's just tradition because of that's exactly what you call it. It's a dowry.
Oh,
Down payment.
Have you given any fetid sheep and
Yeah,
and myrrh?
Just give them 2 chickens. Just give them 2 chickens. Here you go. Here
2
you go.
chickens,
a
4.
cow, a llama.
No,
Yeah.
just 2 chickens. Now the way that food is going, they're set for life. Dude. So yeah, she's getting married. But dang, I can't believe it. When I met you, they were kids.
Jackie was maybe 6.
Yeah,
She'll be 22 next month. Oh my God.
I've known you for a while, dude.
Jesus Christ. You look the same.
Me, dude, all white,
I'm the same too.
all white.
Wait a minute, wasn't his hair
Yeah.
longer, or has it always been this short? When
It
you
was a lot longer.
Yeah,
I shaved my head, so
He had it was spooky.
yeah. Spooky was the car. Hey, she knew my car, Spooky.
You had a
That's right.
spooky car,
My Dodge Charger. It was called Spooky.
and why was it
That
spooky?
was the name Spooky because it had I had a Boo from Nintendo. I had a black Boo on the top. I had the keychain. I had a skull on the shifter. I had I just made it all themed it up.
See, I feel like by you giving us full description, we're setting evidence out there. So, APB, everyone look into your most wanted
Trust me.
unsolved crimes, and there was a car with a boo on.
No. It's been wiped clean. Don't worry. You'll never find it.
It's in the bottom of the Pacific Ocean somewhere.
Nah, it's a cube somewhere. No, literally. After I started my family and all that, and I upgraded to a family car, I gave the car to my oldest nephew, and it just got destroyed.
Oh, wow.
So it's
Oh,
like,
God.
yeah, I miss that car. I really do. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, she was young. So
We're all very young.
Janie's,
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought of Janie's Got a Gun. I was about to start singing it. I don't know
Why?
I don't know why. It just came into my mind. Weird. I'm having invasive thoughts. Apologies.
So Nikki and I met through
I don't even remember.
MySpace?
Maybe
I don't know.
it had to be.
But I liked her sense of humor. I thought she was funny. We hit it off. We hung out a few times.
We're both depressed.
We're both depressive people.
Yeah.
So
Very
we
dark.
clicked on that, and when I would have my outburst, she was one of the first ones that I would message or text or call, and then she was like my I guess my what do you call it?
Emotional support.
Yeah, emotional support. Yeah,
Wait, not animal.
Not animal. No, not the animal part. Unless yeah, whatever. No, not that. More like a monkey. But anyway.
Sorry.
But dude, I okay.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant like an animal. Jeez.
I'm a little
cochinos, man.
I'm a little dizzy because I've only had like 3 hours of sleep because I stayed up with my wife last night watching Chimp Crazy. Have you guys seen the documentary on HBO?
I seen the preview.
There's a documentary called Chimp Crazy.
It is weird.
Like worse than the Tiger King? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Really?
Because different weird, but it's worse.
She's weird with her chimps. Like she's.
Oh yeah, and there's a whole little crime against it too, like Tiger King. Yeah, it's. I highly recommend. It's only 5 episodes. We started watching. They're like 40 something minutes each. It's on Max for those who don't know. You don't know, and it's really good. I enjoyed it. So
I'll check it out.
Yeah. So
people get really weird with pets. Back in 2003, 2004, I was working at Countrywide, and I knew a girl who admitted to us in the group, like just so casually admitted that she like jacked off her dog.
What?
Because the dog would get like frisky. And she convinced us that it's for his health because it's very uncomfortable for him and he's under pain. So I do that just to and we're like, well, how often do you do it? So I only do it maybe like once or twice a month.
I'm gonna tell that to my wife.
Okay,
it's for my health.
That's weird.
That's very weird though, right?
However,
oh my gosh.
Wait. However,
Go ahead.
Okay, my cat.
No.
He's been.
No.
He's been neutered and his huevitos are like really small.
No.
To make him feel better every now and again, I go, huevos, little huevos.
Oh, but that's different.
But that's different than jacking him up. But
You're not going Red Rocket, Red Rocket, Red Rocket.
Well, his name is Rocket.
Okay, I'm sorry, but okay, that's true. One time, my years ago, one of my cats, long gone, we called him Garfield. Original name, right? And he's like walking by, his balls are hurt. So I just kind of went over and I flicked a bish, and the cat went and jumped up in the air and attacked me afterwards.
Of course,
because cats are vindictive. They'll come at you.
They are.
Yeah,
he came back at me.
Well, my cats are both female, so I can't. There's no nuts for me to flick.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm gonna do it to my dog.
That's kind of different, though. Yeah, I mean, this girl deliberately would go.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it was bad.
No, that's gross. That's like beyond gross.
People just
speaking of animals, how many do you have now?
I have 3.
Cats?
Yes. Can't you see all the cat fur on me?
I have a limp brush.
I have one in the car. I'm like, yeah, I have 3.
Yeah, they're great.
I have Marley. She's obese. She's like maybe 15 pounds.
Jeez.
Because you feed it all the time, or just?
Well, she got spayed, so they gain.
They gain weight.
Like 15 pounds worth of weight.
I mean,
that's user error.
I moved in March, so from March to now, she gained like maybe 8 pounds. That's a lot, huh?
Yeah, but your cat's an indoor cat. That's the difference.
She's crazy.
Both of my cats are indoor.
Like all my cats have been neutered and spayed, and over the years that's always the case, and they don't really gain that much weight. They do a little bit, but not much because they're also outdoor cats.
No, mine are indoor.
And that's the difference. Like, yeah. I think also biologically speaking, cats, not dogs, but cats, become like very different when they're like, it's a different set of hormones, a different set of instincts, and so usually they go into like stealth mode or whatnot, and they become thinner, they're more stronger. It's weird. Cats are weird,
but they do have those little defense pouches on them.
Mm-hmm.
Defense pouches.
Yeah. They have like an extra like us, we have defense pouches.
That's called fat. It's called a Big Mac attack.
Yeah, well, it's for clawing. It's against clawing, so that's what I say -4 too.
Oh.
So if we ever get a knife attack, just hit the belly.
Okay.
For clawing.
For clawing.
I don't want to know.
Like grab the long
previously on Ouchcast. No, I'm kidding. Gross.
Oh man, I'm about to give away the ending to the Joker 2 movie.
Don't.
Don't go watch it.
No, I'm going to. My wife and me want to see it, and we've heard all the bad stuff. We still want to see it.
But I mean, you know all the spoilers.
No, and I don't want to hear it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to give you spoilers, I promise. But I'm going to tell you that watching that movie and not knowing what you're getting into, like really, really, truly knowing what you're getting into, is probably going to make the movie worse. I recommend learning as much about it.
I know that it's trolling the incels. I know that
It's not trolling the incels. It's worse than that. It's trolling the fans of the first movie. It's trolling the fans of the first movie who had expectations for what they want of this movie. Like on paper, the story is very cool, right? It's a cool story, but in execution, it's weird. I'm just gonna say that I liked the movie, but I understand why people hate it and are going to hate it. Mm-hmm. That's all I'll say about it.
I'll wait till it comes out on we can stream it. You know?
It might, because it's a musical. It might be actually fun watching it on the big screen if you like musicals.
I adore musicals.
So you'll like that part.
I love.
Honestly, I suggest.
I just saw Dear Evan Hansen for the first time and I loved it.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
It's great.
Go watch
Great
the Joker on the big screen, but go on a cheap night. You know, like on where Regal, where they.
Oh, heck yeah, Sundays and Tuesdays.
There you go. Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'll go to the Starlight by my house. It's like $5 on.
There you go.
On matinee.
Yeah, watch it on the big screen. It's worth watching on the big screen because of the music and the visual. It's a beautifully.
I'll probably go next weekend.
Shot movie. Yeah,
it's Todd Phillips, so it's gonna be beautifully shot. Yeah. But anyway, good stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, how did we transition to Joker?
Because I interrupted a really good point that somebody was going to make. Sorry, I do that a lot.
Was I making a point?
I think we were, but it's gone to the ether. Go back to the tapes.
I don't know. Just, we do tangents. Don't worry about it.
To the tapes.
To the tapes.
If we would have gone to the tapes last time, we would have found that you were right and I was wrong
About.
Well, you know, that's right. I didn't say it on there. So yeah, Robert. Yeah, you know what? If you listen to the podcast, it was Angel. Rather, it was you who brought it up first. Although Angel egged you on, but it was.
Yeah, I egged it on because that's my job. I got to egg people on. But
Robert, I forgive you, buddy.
Robert,
no big deal. You know, he's not.
No, he's not.
Cool. Okay. I like him. We're gonna have him back again.
My another buddy was from high school. He was actually on filling in for Doyle on the last 2 episodes. He was great. He was really good.
Yeah, we had fun.
So we were just talking about, well, you got to listen.
See,
become a fan, you a-hole.
So here's the thing.
Freaking Nixter.
Here's the thing, Dahmer. Sorry, you said you like Dahmer.
See,
just not Knickers.
Not Knickers.
We're deciding either Knickers or Dahmer. We haven't decided which one of the 2 names we're calling him.
I think Dahmer's good. I like it.
I like Dahmer.
All right, Dahmer. The running joke, it's been for years, is that I talk too much. And it's true, I do. I talk too much. And I go on tangents only because the way my brain works, I kind of talk around an issue until I get to the point. And that could be annoying to people. I mean, I'm almost certain that I'm on some spectrum. I don't know. Maybe. My brain is a very disorganized thing, but I do have points that I'm trying to get to. And when I get to them, they're kind of sometimes cool, sometimes not, whatever. Well, you know, me and Angel always go back and forth. We've even had on-air arguments, but for the most part, they're played up. They're fun, but there are moments where it's real, but it doesn't matter because we're friends, and we're gonna, at the end of it, we're good. Well, what happened was Robert came up on our first show, and then his friends and his wife told him that that they wish they didn't talk as much because they wanted to hear more of him, which is fair. I mean, he did have a good amount of airtime, mind you, but you know, I get it. Like when you're like on a podcast, it's a novelty. Initially, like the first year, it was a huge novelty for us, and that wears off eventually. You know, we get kind of used to it, but and so
sorry.
Dude, are you okay? Do you need a hug or like what's going on? No. You need some attention?
No.
You're in the right classroom for it.
I'm trying not to do sound effects.
We're very good at attending to people who wander.
That's what she said.
Oh, yikes.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying not.
Anyways, point is that he thought that I got mad because he told me that. And while it annoyed me a bit, but I wasn't mad about it. I can tell that he was uncomfortable for a while. And so at the end of the podcast, he apologized. And I'm like, no, it's cool. It was actually Angel who brought it up. So I feel more bad for you, Robert. But when you go back and listen to it, it turns out that actually Robert was the first one to say it. Angel just like made it worse though. So, you know, and it was funny. Honestly, at the end of the day, it was funny. We're good.
All right,
Robert's awesome.
So that was Robert, but this is all about Nikki. So let's talk about Nixter.
Dahmer, bro.
Nixter.
Dahmer. I'm
Dahmer.
sorry. Your hair is very distracting.
Is it
You
because
have
it's
a little alfalfa hair.
that's that's because I'm alfalfa.
Here,
It's
let
very
me help you out.
distracting.
There you go. There.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get that on camera.
My hair was excited.
It's still up, but anyway.
It's standing.
Now it's more.
at attention.
Now it's more Astro Boy. But anyway,
You're
So,
an ass
Nikki,
boy.
fill us in on your life a little bit. Like,
My life is boring.
no, it's not. It's actually I find it very interesting.
What's so interesting about my life? I'm constantly depressed.
well, because-
I'm going through perimenopause. I'm still single. I live alone for the first time in
By choice. Don't
by
act,
choice.
Yeah.
No, by choice. It's
Yeah.
the first time I've ever been alone. I've always had.
How
children.
is that? Because me as a depressive person, I can't be alone by myself more than like a few hours. Honestly,
Really?
yeah, I can't.
I mean,
Like I can't sleep in an empty house. I've always been that way. Has to be someone there, even a cat or an animal, something.
well, yeah. I talk to my cats a lot.
You become a cat
and I
lady.
talk to myself a lot.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, like constantly.
As long as you don't touch them.
Touch. Oh,
Red Rocket,
Sorry.
Red Rocket.
Sorry.
Rocket.
Bring back the joke from earlier. Apologies. I'm gonna shut up now. Go.
So okay, so you moved from LA over to Eagle Rock, right? Mm-hmm. What made you choose Eagle Rock? What made you choose going out there?
my friend, one of my best friends. I live 2 blocks away from her.
Oh, so
She'll probably listen to this.
okay. So you gotta shut up. You gotta be nice. Is that what you're saying? For those of you who can't, he see us.
Or maybe she won't. No, I love my friend so much, but she found the place like literally 2 blocks away, and she wants to see me like every day.
That's cool.
It's time to put a stop to that.
I'm the like you know me. I'm the type of person who I can talk to you, and 9 months later, we'll pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
And most women are not like that, so it's
I know
it's hard.
plenty of women who are like that. It's actually more common than you think.
No, Enrique, they're just like that with you.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a fair point. And that's okay. I'm good with that because I'm actually exactly like that. I'm bad at keeping.
It's funny. No, let me interrupt, but it's true. Like for us, I've known him since I was in 8th grade. By the way, Mark sent me a calendar that he saved from 1992,
Okay.
and it has the date of when we met under.
That's
and believe
weird.
it or not, you know when we
That's
met?
adorable.
December 15th,
That's your
1992.
birthday.
Yes.
Oh.
So we met on my birthday. That was the day of the Suva,
grade would you have
Suva
been?
thing. 8th grade.
Yeah. Okay. Because my sister was, I want to say my sister either graduated in 91 or 92. She was in band, and me and her didn't overlap. But I started my freshman year because, okay, man, this is where it's confusing because I graduated in 95. So that means that I would have been a freshman in what? 92, right?
Yeah, 92.
So I wasn't in marching band in 92. I was in marching band my sophomore year. So it would have been, I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know.
I'll send you the calendar.
Yeah, no,
I'll post it too.
That's fine. That's
Is
fine.
it a Chippendale?
I just had this conversation with my friend Lewis about like the timing of stuff. Like it's weird how we truncate like events. Like when him and I unraveled like a lot of like the past stuff. Like when we used to hang out at these places, we realized, oh man, there was actually much more. There were more years separated because it almost felt like it was like within a year's time span that we went from hanging out at this place in Long Beach to this place that in Winter Park called Tomcats. When it turned out there was actually probably a 3 or 4 year time span between
That's
them.
usually how it is.
And it's just weird. Yeah, it's weird how that works out. Yeah.
So yeah, worst present ever. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
For real.
No, but it's funny. I didn't know that it was on my birthday that we met. And then
cool.
my point that I was going to bring is that the fact that he's been in my life ever since, but it's always in like spurts. I think this is the longest we've actually been since graduating, that we actually been in each other's lives since we started this
we
podcast, because we
every
have
week.
like we do like, hey, we hang out for like a couple weeks and stuff, and then like
Yeah.
life takes us differently, and then I won't see him for like a year or two, sometimes more, and then we'll circle back again. It's a circle, and then
It's a straight line.
oh, shut up with your straight line, and we back together again, and that's just, it's funny how life is like that. I mean, it's the same with your friends, right?
Baby, come back.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
So that's amazing. What's different about Eagle Rock than your old neighborhood? It feels smaller to me from the times I've been there.
Yeah, I mean, Boyle Heights is not my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I hated it there.
Yeah.
Hated it there.
My wife is gonna smack you. She grew up in Boy High.
Eagle Rock sounds so
I'm
patriotic.
a City Terrace girl.
City Terrace.
Yeah, that's my part of East LA. But Glendale, I lived in Glendale for like 12 years, and it's close to Glendale. It's my home.
So you like it there?
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Quiet. I can do my shit out in LA and then come back home and not have anybody in my business.
Speaking of business, what business are you in?
I can't say.
Only toes.
Starbucks addict is what she is.
I am.
Just kidding.
She's got an only toes page. I'm just kidding.
Only toes?
Well, no,
You don't want to see my toes.
Nobody does, man.
No.
Why do people like feet?
I find feet disgusting.
Yeah, they're like
Some women have really pretty feet.
they're all mutated hands. Look closely.
Yeah.
That is so sick.
Look at it
They're
closely, and you
all-
will see that.
I've
It's
never
a,
heard it that way.
They're
It's the
all-
truth. They're
they're
mutated hands.
They're all chimpanzee hands evolved. That's what they are. Look at them. They're like deformed. All our hands and everything. Like, oh God.
Thank you.
If you look at feet real closely, you can see where the skin merged. When there used to be a toe, used to be like a thumb. It's just it's weird.
Keep
It's
looking at
gross
it.
as heck.
He's right. If you keep looking at them, you see how wrong and mutated they are.
Yeah, that's why I will never understand why people are into that sort of thing. It's disgusting. I don't care how many like pedicures or is that what they're called? Pedicures? Yeah, I don't care.
Manicures, pedicures. Yeah.
I don't care like what kind of pedicure you get on it. It's gross. Gross.
Okay, there was a time where like I was, in bed with someone and my legs were up and he held my feet like if they were my hands. And it was the weirdest fucking thing.
He was into that?
I think it was just like it was just something that I don't think he thought about it. It was fucking weird. Like his fingers intertwined with my toes. Like if they're hands and he's just holding like
It's the beer fest. Hands across America.
It was weird. It was really weird.
Oh my God. That's wrong.
That is, you're like high fives, and the feet come up.
That's almost as bad as who was it that we said?
He's like, no, baby, please. I just need leverage.
Hey, didn't we have a guest or was a mutual friend that we said that they got a high five after sex? Like that was their clencher?
Oh, we might have. I mean, it sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar, right? And it's like a high five. Like that was the way. Like, oh, that was good. High five. Like, dude,
That's a slap in the face.
that's a cringe moment, dude. Shit.
It's like, hey, good job.
I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be a lot worse.
Have you ever been with somebody that like does that? They're into something that makes you go, okay, that's weird.
Well, I think we call
Besides
it
the hand thing,
Bro, it's called the
hand
ick.
to toe. Yeah,
The word is like
It kind of kills whatever was happening. It kind of kills, and you're like, okay, this is the last time we're doing this. Go ahead, dude.
No.
Oh my
mentirosa. Con tu lengua venenosa.
You guys are not going to look at me the same.
God.
We were already thinking of like the high fives. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
The foot high five thing is already make me.
Well, I was in a relationship for about 4 years, and he was into all kind of weird shit. Like he used to like to put women's shoes on and
That's
to
not-
put on my thongs and then some and role
Okay.
play certain things, and it was really weird.
Did you like being called Sasha?
No. Veronica.
Oh, shit.
Vero.
Call me Vero.
So would you do me?
It's funny.
I would do me.
We all
Do
have.
me hard.
I mean,
We all have kinks.
yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I was really young, so I didn't know. I was like, okay, it was my time to experiment. Like, I was in my early 20s, and this was the second person I've ever been with. So I'm like, this must be normal. So
It's not.
it's
I mean,
not.
it's not when you say it out loud.
But
in the confines of like a relationship, it's fine. Nobody gets hurt. But when you say it out loud,
when you're no
Ha-ha.
longer in that relationship, and you tell your friend like, "Hey, did your husband ever ask you to put this there?" They're like, "No."
no. The way it goes is like this: you're hanging out with your friends, and you're like, hey, and then when they put on your underwear, it's weird, right, girls? And they're like, they don't put on their underwear. Like, wait, that was just me. Oops.
Oops.
It was, yeah, I got bad where he put my bra and stuff it. It was just really odd.
That's.
I mean, in retrospect, it was,
He wasn't into you. He wanted to be you.
I think so.
Oh man.
And that was his way of doing it, which is fine.
The
I'm not
next
saying
step
it's
is
bad,
like-
it's
But
just,
you know what?
let's be honest.
Buffalo
that-
Bill, bro.
I know.
At that time, I was fine with it.
on the skin, or else it gets the hose again. That's why right now, are you sure we're talking to Dahmer here and not the Dahmer?
It's dumb. It brings a whole different spin to Nickster.
Oh,
Wow.
Nickers.
Nick.
No, that's funny though. I'm trying to think of some like off the top of my head. There was, I mean, I think the one that I always turned me off was ex-girlfriend used to call me daddy all the time, and that was kind of like that's
Been there, done that.
Wait, what?
That's wrong, dude. It messes with my head, especially now as a no.
Yeah.
No.
yeah. I hate when they do that.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. As he's drooling. No, I'm kidding.
But to
No, I
each
mean
their
that's
own.
weird. It's weird.
I feel like when you're in a relationship with someone, you should be open. If your
100%.
Yeah, if your partner likes
100%.
something, you should absolutely try it out. And if it's not for you, it's not for you.
And
If it is,
I'm not kink shaming. It's just not for me.
yeah.
Feet is not for me.
Yeah, feet not for me. Dressing up.
Sorry,
in
Quentin
other girls'
Tarantino.
clothes, not for me. Yeah, no. I mean, I can see some fantasy play, sure.
I like getting choked. There.
You like getting choked? I'll choke you right now, bro. I'm about to choke you out.
That's why I'm looking at you.
Whoa.
Homer,
You're like,
Homer,
take that, bro. Take it.
Homer and Bart style. That's some crazy shit.
That is some crazy
What
stuff.
about you, Kiki? We're over here like sharing our stuff.
Nothing. I'm normal. It's like
What's normal?
2 fingers
Like-
up the butt is what he likes.
only when I'm getting squirrely. Otherwise, like, man. Yeah.
Well, at the same time, you're using his balls kind of like those Chinese stress balls.
Okay, no,
He likes
no.
that at the same time. That's his thing.
Like I said, I've been there and I've done just about
Yeah.
everything.
My
To him, to Enrique.
what?
I'm kidding. Is that an offer? No, I'm just kidding.
Yikes. Okay, bro.
Why do you think
No,
it took
seriously,
so
like-
long to come up?
Oh, okay. Or that wasn't that long, so that's not
It's
a good
because
thing.
I have skills like that.
Right.
You guys know how to make conversation awkward. I don't got kinks. I don't. I'm normal.
In other words,
Really,
he's got the worst kinks of all.
No,
I know.
I don't know, man. It's like I haven't really like. Okay, I was in a long-term relationship for a long time.
That's,
And
that's
then-
the term, long-term relationship. Yeah.
What?
You're like, I was in a long-term relationship for a long time. Yeah, that's called a long-term
Oh, I
relationship.
see. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
It's okay. Go ahead.
You shut up. So, anyways, I
I'll be quiet
I was. Well, no, because I'm trying to think of like, like anybody else. I like to be like I like a lot of foreplay and I focus on all that, but I wouldn't call them kinks. They were just things that I did. I didn't dress up. I think maybe the most I did was the role play. Like role play's fun. I've done that before, but I can only do that sort of stuff when I'm really comfortable and safe in a relationship. I can't do that if I'm in fact I don't do one night stands. I can't do those.
I can't do that.
I can't do those. I can't do those. I have to be emotionally invested in a relationship to be
100%.
able to go to that point because I'm so uncomfortable now. Like maybe there was a time 15 years ago where I was in a different headspace and it was because when me and my first the long-term relationship broke up, I went through this whole phase where I was trying to get over it through sex with other people, and yeah, I was hooking up a lot, but
And some of
then
them were women.
yes,
I'm kidding.
multiple women. So, anyways, I was man, you derail me all the time. I can't think now.
I'm glad that I can rail you. Yeah.
Okay, yikes.
Anyways, go on.
Brief intermission.
Yeah, brief intermission.
Okay.
Long story short. Oh, that the music was perfect.
Yeah. Sorry.
I went through all that and I just can't. I can't. So kinks, I think you have to be safe.
Yeah, it's 100%. You have to be trusting it. You have to put your guard down in order to get into it. Yeah.
Or have a really weird personality. I know people who like instantly go into their kinks and it's
Enrique has a friend that I'm trying to get on the show. But like we're gonna probably have to do with anonymity and all that. But she used to. I don't know if she still does. But
She
she
does. Oh,
was
wow.
a swinger.
wow.
So she used to go like swing parties and all that, which is one thing that, as a 18-year-old, I'm like, yeah. As a 45-year-old, I can't believe I'm 45, but as a 45-year-old, I'm like I couldn't even. There's no way. No, I don't have that. Nothing.
I'd watch.
Yeah, I'd watch, but I would not join.
I think in
Popcorn maybe from butter. I don't know.
as she does like the fingers, like the what is it? The spirit fingers.
Tackle your Gladys. Yeah.
So in the swinging community, because I've had a lot of conversations with her. It seems like there's room for all of that. Just because you're at one of these parties and you're like a member per se, doesn't mean that you instantly have to participate. In fact, you could have participated with somebody and you don't have to do it again or not at all. It's just like any other dating scene. You have to be comfortable, right? So it's not as like debaucherous as it seems, but once you're doing it and everything, I'm sure it may seem that way from the outside looking in, but for them it's completely normal. It's just another aspect of relationships, and there's a lot of trust building in there. Although from what I also know, that there's also people who come in with weird baggage, and those people usually out themselves pretty quickly, and then they get like
kicked out,
or they just sort of like they don't vibe with the group. So like I think in most situations you have to be comfortable.
We have another friend in common here that used to be my best friend in high school, and he was on the show. He was in a polyamorous relationship.
Oh God, yeah.
I've actually wanted to try that.
Polyamorous?
Mm-hmm. Only because I don't think I can be with someone for so long. It's like, okay, 2 days, go away. Mm-hmm. Have someone else that's gonna, as long as it's monogamous between three. And I think I'd be fine.
Yeah, he got screwed out, no pun intended, and he got like dumped by the group. So like,
is that what happened? Did he say that on air?
No, he did not. What happened was, sorry, Enrique, I'm outing you. So the backstory between Isaiah. Sorry, Isaiah. His thing was he was a successful agent, like a music agent stuff. He was living in Miami. He was doing the whole thing, but he had like a change of mentality. And he met this girl, and she was like a new age person, all this, and she changed him, and they basically changed his whole life, and he moved to where is it that he lives? On Mexico. What part was it?
No, didn't he live? Tulum. Yes, Tulum.
Yeah. So he moved down to Tulum, Mexico, and following this girl, and he was like mad in love with her, and she was the one who's basically like, hey, let's do this and this and that, and then let's open up our relationship to a polyamorous thing and all this. So he did. He's like, he like most people, they follow someone for their life or whatever. That happened, but what happened with that was that I guess she fell in love with some of the other people in the group and fell out of love with him. Ooh. So basically, he came home one day and it's like, yeah, you know what? Bye-bye. And she left with her new relationship, and he was the odd man out. So now he's like a new age guru, tantric yoga guru down in Tulum.
He's a cult leader. And let's just call it what it is.
He's not a cult leader.
Bro, the way he talked and man, Isaiah, you're a cult leader in the making, bro. You know what? And you would be happy in that.
I would totally love to be a cult leader.
He is.
Heck yeah.
Why?
That guy would build a harem. Sorry, go
on.
ahead.
Not have to worry about, not having to think? Is that what it is?
Just to be able to kind of have everybody flock around me.
But you just told us that you don't like that.
Attention?
I know I don't. I don't. You know what? I'm crazy. I'm nuts. You know this. I'm hot and I'm cold.
Okay, Katy Perry.
Yeah, for real. How does it sound?
I don't know. I don't remember it off the.
Yeah, I don't like shit music.
Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
that's some trash.
And now she's eating. So, how are you, Enrique?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I don't want to be a cult leader. No, you can eat all you want. You're good. I don't want to be a cult leader. I don't think I could handle that much. I'm too empathetic, man. I would be overwhelmed. Okay, Angel. You know that fool does it all the time?
I
didn't realize
all the time. No, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Or like when we're eating chips and all of a sudden this guy gets all obnoxious. I'm like,
I'll have Doritos. I'll be like,
yikes. I don't care. So, yeah, I couldn't, dude. I have way too much empathy for that. Like, I would just be overwhelmed. You know, I would be overwhelmed. I can't imagine. It takes like a certain type of sociopath to be on that level.
If I did my own cult, I think I'd be called out of my bullshit like on day 3. Because I keep trying to have people drink the Kool-Aid and they wouldn't do it. And then I'd fail. And it would just be me rambling to like an empty hall. I don't know.
Okay, Jonestown.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was like...
It was not the other one. Not Power. What was the other one? We talked about this on the show.
We did, and I forgot.
We don't even listen to our own show.
I sometimes.
Whatever. But yeah.
I haven't really been able to get through the last 2 episodes. I don't know. I've been annoyed with
Robert.
myself. No. It's not Robert. I did get through the first one. I did. That was a good one. It was the latest one. The last one that I didn't. No, actually, flip that. The first one I did. The second one I haven't been able to. I just haven't. Because why do you make it awkward, bro? Like now I have to apologize to him again because you make it awkward.
I'm not the one who said it hasn't.
Why are you clenching your fist when you say Robert?
And his jaw.
You need to go back with your cult self there.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that you mean flipping hilarious.
Oh, did I say a bad word now?
We all did. We're all bad people.
We're trying to stop that shit, but it's not working.
I've been really, really composing myself.
I've been trying so hard.
We've been trying forever, and because
we're trying to expand and evolve and stuff. But it's so hard because it's just in my vocabulary.
To what, Mormons? Like, come on, man.
Well, we would be more marketable.
Oh, speaking of Mormons,
if we could not say bad words, because Angel always says that he's gonna edit it in post, and he doesn't, and we're just bad. I
don't have the time. The only thing I can only go through the episode 2 times, which means it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I only go through twice to clean it up, try to get rid of the pauses and any kind of errors or anything. Like for the last episode, by the way, there was a glitch in the recording.
Okay.
And we didn't get my voice on the air.
Oh.
At all.
Oh.
So
that's bad.
So the whole thing, there was no sound from my end.
Yikes.
And I was like, what the hell happened? Lucky for me, I had a backup, and the backup had each track recording in a separate channel. Okay. So I took my backup of channel 1 and I spliced it into the whole recording.
Yikes.
And then I had to sit there and actually make sure that it fit perfectly and it was timed perfectly. So it's all technical stuff, and it takes up a lot of my time. So when there's little things like put it on post, it's really hard. It's not so simple as just, clacking, hacky. It's not like that. It's like, I got to do shit. And as a father of 4, yeah, that. And as a father of 4, and plus my day job is killing me, I don't have the time nor the patience. And then lately I've been going through this whole emotional crap where I'm just menopause. Yeah. I don't know. I've been having these depressive things. Yesterday was actually a very stressful day. We had an incident. We got a report that there was a lockdown at Whittier High School. Report of a shooter.
Oh wow.
And of course my oldest, who's here in the room, was there. And
that's terrifying.
The school was not giving us any information. It was chaos, and we heard reports that there was a shooter in the bathroom, and then we heard reports that there was a second shooter, but they don't know. They were going classroom to classroom. SWAT was called. It was a whole thing. They had crime scene tape all over the school. It was panic all over the place.
Wow, and none of this made the news?
No.
Crazy.
But that's not the first time it happened. In the beginning of the school year, it happened was it California High or Lucerna?
Yeah, California High, they got a threat.
Yeah, in the beginning of the school year.
First 2 weeks.
Yeah, first 2 weeks. Yeah, something like that.
Didn't somebody run through the campus or something? There was some crime recently. And I mean, it was
that happened too, but that's not
no, it's not the same. But all of the the lockdowns are all happening for this. I mean, what I'm saying is that there were a few lockdowns at that high school, Whittier High School, where I guess some guy was being chased, and it was on the news, and then
that one did happen. Yeah,
he gets off of his car and he jumps over the fence and runs through campus, and so they locked down the schools, and they locked down schools around the area because they couldn't find him at first.
Yeah, but this was a shooter, out for people. Like there was a whole thing.
Okay.
They didn't find anything,
Right.
and then people in the family Whittier groups, they were just sending so much false information that it stressed us out, and we were not getting any contact. We were able to get in contact with him, but because of the situation, he wasn't really texting enough. So we were finding out information.
Scary.
We picked up the kids together, and then we rushed over there to his place to see if it, what happened. They were letting him out, and I get there and I'm like stressed out, and I'm like, oh my god, like my heart was sinking. And then we get there, we see him coming out. He's like, oh, they released everybody. They're letting everyone out. The cops are putting away their guns and all that stuff. And I'm like stressing out, and this kid's like, everything's fine. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand how. I guess he's not a parent, so for him, he doesn't have that thing now.
Yeah.
But once you're a parent, your mindset changes.
Absolutely.
So that was hard on me. And then I think because of the tension and all that, like emotionally, like I was a wreck the whole day yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I was done.
Oh my God.
There's also like a disassociation that happens though when the crisis isn't happening to you, or when you're not the one dealing with it. Like on his part, he was inside the school. How was it inside the school when that was happening, man? Like were you guys all like, were you huddled in the classroom, or were you guys like just joking around?
We were just sitting there, and our teacher gave us like a little worksheet to do, and we were just sitting there waiting
Yeah.
to see what's going on because the school wasn't telling us anything.
That's crazy because
And then after like 30 minutes to an hour or something, we started. We finally got news that cops were going around checking all the classrooms, and that's pretty much it.
scary, man. But did you at any point feel scared about it, or were just people kind of messing around? I mean, what do you think was the general vibe?
I mean, I felt scared at first, but then after a while, I felt a little better. Like, because nothing was going on. We didn't hear anything. All the sirens stopped, so it was like really quiet, and we were just there.
Okay, last question. Why didn't you text your dad and tell him everything's okay?
He did keep contact with us after a while, but not in the beginning, and there was long pauses in between. So, as us, those couple minutes were hours, so it's not his fault.
I believe you. I'm just trying to eliminate your hormones from the process, but clearly your hormones was the issue at the end.
No, my hormones were the issue. Yeah. I'll give you some man milk right now. Keep it up.
Oh God.
Gross.
Jesus.
or some man girt. It's up to you. Anyway. So yeah.
Hey, the benefits of menopause are normal periods. Okay, so you got that to look forward to, Angel.
I'm still bleeding. Trust me.
Well,
Anal bleeding. So,
Jesus.
sorry.
What do you guys be doing when you guys are alone?
like this.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're trying to. We're ongoing war of
Doyle,
words.
you're Miss Doyle. This is where he comes in and says something really nice and proper, but we don't have that part right now.
Yeah,
He's the one who holds us together.
kind of.
Kind of. But
We direct our ire to him.
yeah,
we combine forces.
That's usually how it works. So you're the new Doyle Knickers.
So Doyle's the guy that moved to Minnesota.
Minnesota. Don't you know? Yeah.
Minnesota, don't you know?
That's never going to get old.
Minnesota. Why?
His wife is from there. His father-in-law was getting up there in ages, so they wanted to go help out for a while. I mean, his plan is to return, but I doubt it.
It's cheaper out there too. I'm
yeah,
sure.
that's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a nice lifestyle change, which is good. I mean, moving is good for the soul. I haven't done that in a long time, so I think I kind of need that. It'd be nice to do that.
I moved around 6 times in Bell Gardens, and then from Bell Gardens I moved to Downey. I was there for 20 plus years. Then I moved to Santa Fe Springs for about 5, and then now to Whittier. Actually, no. Before moving out to Santa Fe Springs and starting my family, I actually moved to New Orleans and then Mississippi and then back to LA. So that's my travel distance. And yeah, something about it's so different. So different.
Yeah. So in raising kids,
They're gonna say raising Cain. I think I'm hungry.
I could go for some chicken. Give me some chicken.
Anyways, in raising kids. Sorry,
I want raising chicken now, bro.
Sorry.
you just messed it up. You messed it up.
You're used to it.
I am used to it. So raising kids, that whole empathy thing, man, they mess you up all the time. I when my kid was in the first grade, this was it was like right post post-diagnosis. He was diagnosed in kindergarten, and with autism. Or that's not the correct way to say it. You got to do first person language. By the way, it's like my son was diagnosed on the spectrum. And there you go. So first grade, from kindergarten, like grade teacher, first grade, the first week of school, his teacher didn't really understand his needs, and she wasn't paying attention to him. At the end of the day, you know how like in elementary school they walk the kids up to the gate, and well, Sammy just walked out with the kids and followed them, and he walked out the gate, and then he walked up the street, and then he walked to the park. And like, but all of this happened in a good 20-minute time span, 30-minute time span. I'm at work over in Farmers, and Josie went to go pick him up, and she calls me and she says, "Okay, don't get scared, but Sammy is not on school campus right now. The principal's looking for him. The teacher, we're looking for him." We don't know where he's at, but we're looking. But don't get scared. We're looking for him. And I remember just like, I was walking back from the coffee shop back to the work on Wilshire, because the Farmers Insurance Building campus was on Wilshire. And I remember just feeling all kinds of feelings, but I didn't want to overreact, so I kept calm. But inside, the sense of panic, and I started because I'm a person who starts thinking in scenarios, and I'm already imagining like it's 12 o'clock at night and we still don't know where he's at. And, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to tell my parents? Poor Sammy, I wonder what's happening. I'm just, all these scenarios are coming to my head. So I'm feeling it, and I'm not showing it though. I'm not panicking. No one can tell because I'm walking with a few coworkers. And I'm like, it was like the longest, like 30 minutes, because, I would say like 30 minutes later, I'm in my cubicle, and then she calls me back. She goes, "Okay, we found him. He was at the park. Apparently he followed the kids out, and he was just playing at the park next door." Because he went to Suva. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Bell Gardens. Mm-hmm. You are. So he went to the park right next door on Suva, Veterans Park.
Veterans Park, yeah.
And he was just playing in the swings and hanging out. And so the teacher was so apologetic. The principal was so apologetic. And I'm not a person who's going to take it out on them. I didn't go like crazy. Like, I was upset. I asked, well, what are we going to do for this not to happen? But they were so great about it. The next day, we had a plan, and then he ended up getting a 1-to-1 that lasted through him pretty much his whole school career, which was great. But it was scary. So, I tell you that story, Angel, to just tell you that I understand exactly how you feel. If I was in the same shoes as you, I would have been freaking out.
Yeah.
Wondering, thinking of the worst things. And the longer the time span, the more difficult it must have been. Yeah. Not knowing.
Yeah, it was tough.
Especially knowing how these stories usually tend to end. Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah. That's crazy. You're a grandma now.
I've been a grandma for 9 years.
Yeah. How does that feel?
It's amazing.
Like,
Gilf.
Oh God. Keep it in your pants. No, actually, no. Whip it out. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, why are you looking at my stomach, bro?
Because it's in the way.
Leave him alone.
Look, I can see my penis. I lost enough weight. I can see it now.
Mine too.
You can see your penis too? That's good.
That's just an enlarged clit.
How do you know?
Well, I saw that on Clerks 2. Was it Clerks 2?
Yeah.
Remember that whole bit?
Was it on 2 or 1?
No, I think it was 2.
On 2.
Yeah.
It's on 2.
It's like an oversized, it says an undersized penis is just an oversized clit.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't finished 3. I started watching it and I couldn't finish it.
I heard it's pretty bad. I haven't seen it.
I couldn't finish it. I own it. I couldn't finish it. I'll watch it somewhere. But back to the grandma talk.
Yeah, grandma.
So
Grandma.
Yeah, I know you've been for a while, but I'm just saying it's still, like I said, I've known you for, your kids were little, so for me it's like, wow, it's a trip that you're a grandma, dude.
I know.
I hope I become a grandpa someday.
You will.
I hope so.
Oh, I had my kid at 13.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was young. Very, very young.
So your ex was a pedo then?
Pretty much, yeah. The marshals kicked down his door and
wait, what? I was kidding, but okay. Well, I forgot about the story, but now that you said it, I do remember you told me. Okay, can you elaborate a little bit more? Do you want to or not really?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay,
Open book.
So for those who, of course, everyone who doesn't know, Nikki has had a rough life.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. Start with your childhood real quick. We're almost done. It's like 10 minutes left, but just real quick, just a quick little rush.
We need like 2 hours.
Well, we'll get into it in the next one then.
Yeah, we can do it on the next episode if you want.
I mean, it's a lot.
Is there any contact between you guys at all anymore or no?
Fuck no. Fuck no. If I ever knew where he was, I can't even see over the air.
No, you're good.
Like,
If you see him, you're gonna like punch him in the face.
It's bad. Like bad. I would fuck punching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would join you on that one. There's another gentleman that I know that also I want to boil alive. Anthony Teehee.
Oh yeah.
There was an update. So Vicky basically posted that the court did not grant the restraining order against her ex-husband. A friend of mine from like ever. Like,
I remember
junior high. I think.
He was he was in band, wasn't he?
No, he was band adjacent. He always wanted to be in band, but
Right.
he was like in music appreciation stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember because
She was in band.
That's right, she was. Vicky was in
She was a
band.
clarinet. So
Houston?
Vicky, a friend of mine, Vicky Alverson. We grew up together. We were always in band. It was all the same little And then there was another guy named Anthony Teehee who was always kind of like adjacent to us and would hang out. Well, they got married. I'm not going to get into everything, but they got married. They were together for a while, had tons of kids, and then he cheated on her with someone else we went to school with. I forget her name. I think it's either Sharon or Shannon, something like that. Bennett is what we called her. He cheated on her with Bennett and broke up the marriage to go marry Bennett. Bennett was married to another guy, and they had a bunch of kids. So when that broke down, he went with Vicky. So they kind of husband swapped.
Switched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But on top of that, now that the children are older, some of them are in the 18s, teenagers, stuff like that. Teehee has been doing some really strange, pervy stuff, like hiding his camera in the bathroom. To when his stepdaughter was staying over and she came to the bathroom. She had a sleepover and he actually took pictures of, like, snuck into the room of the sleepover and tried to take pictures of their crotch area of all the girls, including his daughter.
I would castrate him.
Yeah,
I would. Oh my god.
Now that the kids are going through counseling, there is regressed memories that they're bringing back, that when he was going to the AA meetings, he would take some of the girls and then he would like have them sit on the lap of the other members and
Oh wow.
and do some stuff as well.
That is
So there's all this evidence, and the court said there's no actual proof because the pictures. By the way, the girls were smart enough to take pictures of the camera phone with their camera. They have evidence with their pictures, but it's a picture of a picture kind of deal. So the cop says that is not evidence because it's not the actual original picture.
Oh my god.
So because there's no original pictures, they can't prove that they're not doctored photos. So they asked, and Teehee, they asked him, hey, we want you, give us your phone. And he says, oh, I can't. I lost it.
It's ridiculous. You know what? The judicial system is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Where, and I hate to put my loved one's thing out there.
Yeah.
I'll say my cousin.
Uh-huh.
So my cousin was fondled by her father.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a whole court thing with children's court. Social worker got involved. And my cousin had to testify in court
Yeah.
in front of her father, crying, traumatized. And the freaking judge, pro dad, and I get it, some dads do need that that advocacy because some women are, but the judge looked my cousin in the eye and said, you know what, that's your father for the rest of your life. You have to deal with it and learn to cope with it.
When things like that happen, there should be some consequence to the judge. There really should be some consequence
There really
to the judge
should.
because that is disgusting.
That's like me getting raped and me being eye to eye with the person who assaulted me. Like
It's kind of something like the MAGA ones where they're like, okay, yeah, if you get pregnant from rape, you have to raise it.
Yeah.
What the? Seriously?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's messed up. That is
Yep.
absolutely messed up. It's a system that doesn't take into consideration you as a person, and instead looks you as a entity of like some either religious or some ideal, family unit. Like, oh, that's your dad. You have to learn how to live with. No,
or some political agenda.
Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah.
Sorry that happened to you. That's messed up.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like that, I found out the other day, and I was like, ugh, disgusted.
That's
by it.
terrible.
Yeah.
So she's still going through all that, but I mean, the judge is just being an asshat. He really is. That's a bad judgment right there. 100% a bad judgment. Once a kid is involved, get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
And now I start cussing like.
It must be hard. Like, okay. No, actually, that sounds really bad. No, it's not that it's hard. What I'm saying is that when you're a judge, and you have to be supposedly, you have to be like impartial, right? And that's, I mean, who's impartial? We all have emotions. We're human.
There's no such thing as impartial.
Yeah, there isn't. And so I wonder if like how much that plays into like those type of decisions where the person overcompensates to the point where you're hurting and denying another person's right to exist or whatever. It's just confusing to me. I don't get it. I try to be impartial in my like when I deal with the kids that I work with, and I often have to arbitrate situations between them because that's what you do. Kids are gonna, oh, he did this and she said that and whatever, and then you have to kind of try to find a way to be in the middle so that, on one hand, you can hand out like whatever judgment you have to in order to maintain control or maintain some semblance of like, balance in the classroom. But then there's the reality that somebody did get hurt and another person's upset about it. How do you not, neglect one other person for the other? It's tough. But now scale that all the way up to like a situation where somebody is being abused, and that just doesn't, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I think at the end of the day though, you gotta err on the side of the person's feeling. This person is like, in the case of Vicky and those kids, man, there's proof that these kids are being abused, and Tony is trash.
He's a piece of shit. That's what he is.
Man, that's messed up.
He's not a man. He's a beast.
Well,
Fun way to end the podcast, isn't it?
no, I'm angry.
I know. That's sad.
It's because you ran out of coffee.
Anyhow.
Well, I mean, you didn't really get to tell us about you at 13. we heard about Tea now.
You want a quick rundown before we go?
Sure. Where do I start?
Your upbringing, first of all. That's a good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I grew up in every statistic you could think of.
Here, let's make this easy, guys.
Jesus. Oh, that's my.
Sorry, just so we can get centered on
We're
Nice,
professionals here,
that's
people.
There you go.
We're professionals.
Father was an alcoholic, or is. I don't know if he's alive. Mother was very neglectful. We were poor beyond poor. I mean, rat and roach infested. There were 8 of us living in a 1-bedroom. We had lice. We didn't have clothes, and we got hit. My mom got beat up. Things happened with my dad, with all of my siblings and myself, and it was just bad, really bad. And so I met my kid's dad, Tony. His name's Tony.
It's the same one. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh God.
He wasn't
Hope not.
great.
Yeah.
And he was more of a scapegoat. I didn't like having, SEX. Well, he can spell.
I know. He's 15. I think he knows what sex is.
The birds and the bees.
Yeah.
It's a sex. No, I'm kidding. Go on.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I got pregnant. No one ever had the sex talk with me. I kind of knew, but it was, again, scapegoat. Was going to put my daughter up for adoption, and my mom left one day and she packed up all her shit, TV included, took my little brother.
Not the TV.
In the TV. I'm leaving for the weekend. Yeah, sure, bitch. And maybe a week later, my brother comes back on the bus and we're living at home alone. Social worker comes and we're in the system. and I'm pregnant. And yeah, from there I just bounced around from group home to juvenile hall to group home to camp, and just
And then you met. You still had contact with Tony.
At first, yes. Well, for a long time actually.
How old was he when you were 13?
19.
He was 19.
And then finally I just graduated high school, worked my ass off, saved my money, and left at 16. And that was it. I moved in with him, and that's when he started beating my ass.
Damn.
And then I got pregnant again, which I love my kids very much, but I was on birth control, and
It happens.
yeah.
Jeez. That's sad.
Went and left him when Jackie, who's going to be 22, she was about 6 months, and never went back.
He ever tried contacting you again? or
Yes,
anything?
he found out where I lived. He found out where the kids went to school. He would call the social worker like every 3 months on me. I mean, suppose it was anonymous, but it was him. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of other.
How long ago did you finally lose trail of him, or how long ago till he stopped bugging you?
It was Melanie had to been like 18. She was already an adult when he stopped. And at the time when I left him, she was about 7.
Dang. Okay, so it was a while.
long.
Obsessive much, huh?
Yeah. He used to have my picture on his refrigerator still. I don't know now, but
Probably still does.
it,
I'm kidding.
I mean, but I was a little girl. I was
So that's what he was into.
little girl, yeah. There's a lot of story.
One quick one before you go.
Oof. One quick one. What?
One quick story.
Another one?
About him, about that. I'm saying.
Well, the girl that he is with, I don't know if he's with her now, but
Last you heard.
she's tiny, like nothing.
Like,
And
like
she-
a little girl
Like
looking.
a little girl, like
That's gross.
90 pounds maybe. And yeah,
Sounds like he has a type.
he does.
You know that like those deviancies things happen like at a young age. I mean, imagine that. You know, he has his own stories. I'm not making excuses. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that if we figure out what those things are, we can help people from not getting to that point. But a lot of it comes down to like, I don't mean to sound like conservative, but they are true when they say that it is have to do with the family union and the breakdown of that.
Yeah.
I believe
Abuse
so.
happens in the vacuum of neglect with lack of parents, or parents who are just not equipped to help their kids. And they allow people to come into their kids' lives, and they don't control access to their kids, and it's where a lot of this bad stuff happens. So that's sorry that happened to you. I mean, it's horrible.
But I'm proud of you.
Yes,
You dug yourself out of a deep hole to be a wonderful person, a wonderful friend. I adore you, even though we're not in contact often. But that's why I kept you around all these years. You're fun. You're funny. You're smart. You're sweet. Okay, that was
I'll
good.
go with funny.
Ugh.
No. But thank you. It's been
no sappy, bro.
Yeah, that was good.
Sappy, man. You're about to start leaking that man milk you were talking about from
that
your.
is
Oh, what do you mean start? I already did.
Yeah, I can
It's
tell.
on the floor. You're going to have to clean it up.
Man, save it for your coffee, dude.
You want some creamer?
oh god.
What do you think? What do you think that What do you think that creamer over there is?
God.
Oh my god. Get room.
It's like lechera.
Disgusting. But thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having
this
me.
was
I should
awesome.
have done this before. Why didn't you ever ask me before?
We
What the
asked.
Oh, you
Like, oh my
asshole.
god. Like, geez.
You are such an ass.
I
How
think
many
you're
times have I
sexist.
asked you? Yes,
We've,
I am, but no.
We've literally like wanted you to be like the fourth person in this podcast as a female voice. Like actually,
we
that's
discussed it so many times. We're like, dude,
This is
Nikki
the
would be
first
amazing on
time
this
I'm
fucking
hearing
show.
this. This is the first time
no
I'm
like
hearing this.
the first time he introduced
I
me to you
have
about 3 years
text.
ago. We called you. We were at Limericks up the street.
Yeah.
Him and I having like post podcast whiskey, and he calls you.
Yeah.
And
We
we're
called?
like, hey, you should come. You should come to the show, and because we had just gotten talking about needing a female voice.
We wanted that female touch.
Man,
Not
he makes
that way.
it so
dude.
awkward.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
Jeez. You guys are.
hey, yo.
If I don't remember, it never happened.
Good alibi. Good alibi.
Picks or it didn't happen. Picks or it didn't happen.
Anyhow, just want to say thank you for coming. We have one more with you, hopefully, unless you sneak out. But it was great having you. Anything you want to say before you go?
I hope I come back.
You are one more, at least. At least if you can come more.
like this.
Good. It's actually therapeutic.
Yeah,
It is. It really is.
So that's why I keep doing it. That's the only reason.
And you're welcome to come back more. You can be on every episode. I don't care.
He doesn't care. That means he doesn't care about you. Enrique, anything else to say besides insulting our guest?
I don't care about you, Angel.
I knew that already.
He's
No.
not Robert either.
You know what? I just wanted to say that I'm excited about what we're doing. We're obviously having to reformat our approach to the show. I'm hoping that people like it, at least until we get Doyle like hooked up online
Steroids.
or something. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, we're trying to do this, and I'm glad that your son came here and he's doing video for us and stuff like that.
I hope he did a good job. No, I'm just kidding. He does a good job. He's doing the video for the other podcast. We're doing that one together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the way, looks like I'm getting Mormons.
You're getting Mormons.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that off the air.
All right.
Anyway, so that's the show, and I don't know what the title's going to be of this one, but remember, never make eye contact while eating a banana. Good night, everybody.
Jesus.